Welcome back. I talk a lot about having a protein and fiber first meal and how important that is, not just for our longevity, but for our gut, our brain, and our body. So today we are making a simple one pot, high protein, high fiber meal. I'm Dr. Joanette, your longevity expert. I'm also an ER doctor for 30 years, more than 30 years, and I grew up in a blue zone. I like to adapt some of the recipes that I had growing up in that blue zone to today's modern taste. And today, this recipe is one of those. So let's get cooking. Dutch oven here on an induction burner. For the equipment you see me using in this video, scroll down to the links below and you'll be able to find a link that'll take you out to where you can purchase similar type of equipment. I'm going to start with adding some extra virgin olive oil to my large Dutch oven. You want a large Dutch oven for this particular recipe because it makes enough for a crowd. About 6 to 8 people. We're going to just let that olive oil get hot. I want it to be kind of shimmering. And then we're going to add into that 1 medium diced onion. Our olive oil looks pretty hot. I'm adding the 1 medium diced onion. And we're going to let it saute a couple minutes until it's just translucent. Our onions are translucent and there's a little bit of browning going on the bottom. And now we want to add in some garlic, about 2 to 3 cloves of diced garlic, some grated ginger, about a teaspoon of fresh grated ginger, and our curry powder, 2 to 3 teaspoons of our curry powder. Curry has curcumin in it, which is a great antioxidant, good for your heart, good for your health. And we're gonna just stir that all in. Tell you about a minute till you can really smell those aromatics. And we're gonna now deglaze our kettle with some chicken broth. You could use vegetable broth. I like this is my homemade chicken broth. I want to get all of those little crispy, nice, brown, delicious bits off of the bottom there. And want to add some salt, about a teaspoon of salt. I don't put any salt in my broth, either my tomatoes, canned tomatoes, or my chicken broth, so I'm a little more generous on the salt. Normally, if you purchase the commercial broth, it's gonna have some sodium. You can get it low sodium or no sodium though as well if you're on a low sodium or no sodium diet. And to that, then we are going to add our squash. I've got 2 cups of cubed butternut squash. Adds a lot of nice extra fiber. You want that fiber. Your fiber is what feeds your gut microbiome, but your fiber also helps slow down the absorption of your carbohydrates. So when you have a dish that has a lot of fiber in it, it helps blunt that glucose spike from any carbohydrates that are in your meal. It'll blunt it by about 30%. In addition to that, we are also going to add in our chickpeas. I've got a can that I have drained and rinsed of organic chickpeas, a quart of tomatoes from last year's garden. You can purchase a 28-ounce can of tomatoes. I think they come in 28-ounce cans now instead of 32. You want a total of about 6 cups of your chicken broth, some red diced peppers, about a cup, and a pound of chicken. I use a rotisserie chicken. It's cooked, it's easy. I'll buy a rotisserie chicken and just shred it up as for some extra protein. Protein is so important as we get older. We tend to, as Americans, not have enough protein in our diet. So it's important to try to get at least 1 gram of protein per pound of ideal body weight, especially if you're over the age of about 65. So adding some extra protein into this chickpea curry helps add helps you make that daily amount of protein. You want to spread that daily amount of protein out over your 3 meals, or if you eat 2 meals, over your 2 meals. Most people tend to eat all of their protein in the evening. They eat very little protein for breakfast, maybe a salad for lunch. They'll have cereal for breakfast, maybe a salad for lunch, and then they'll have their protein in the evening. But it's really hard. You want to get in about 100 grams of protein over the course of the day, and that's really hard to do if you put it all in your evening meal. In fact, it's probably almost impossible. We're going to put the lid on this now and let it cook for a little while. Once things are starting to soften just a little bit, probably about 20 minutes, then we'll add our cauliflower and cook another like 20 minutes until our cauliflower is perfectly cooked, and we'll finish it up with some coconut cream and spinach. Yum. Our curry's been cooking probably about 15 minutes now, and the squash is just starting to soften a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and add the cauliflower in. This is 1 small head of cauliflower broken up into little florets. And we're going to let it cook another like 15 minutes or so until the cauliflower is just starting to get soft. I'm cooking it on medium. If this video has inspired you to try to eat healthier and make protein and fiber first meals in your diet, then thank you for subscribing to this channel. And I would also love to hear in the comments below when you try this recipe, if you find it as yummy and delicious as my family does. Once the cauliflower is the consistency that you want, the squash is nice and soft, and everything else is cooked, it's time to finish it up with some spinach. I use baby spinach, about 4 cups. Just let that wilt in real nice. You can use Swiss chard if you want, not Swiss chard, but kale or Swiss chard if you want. I like the spinach. And lastly, we're gonna add a can of coconut cream. For a little lower fat, you could add coconut milk instead of coconut cream. That is looking amazing. My total boiling time was about 40-45 minutes. Just check it as you go along. Make sure that you're not overcooking the cauliflower or undercooking it. And at the very end, give it a little taste, adjust the salt, and add some pepper if you want. And it's done. Let that spinach wilt real good. Let's go ahead and give it a try. By the way, if you were wondering how much protein is actually in this has 30 grams of protein per serving. If you serve 8, this is about how much it would be if you were serving 8 people. If we're serving for 8, it has 32 grams of protein, about 25 grams of carbohydrates, and 9 grams of fiber. A protein, fiber first recipe that's also relatively low in carbohydrates. It's hard to get. I want a little bit of cauliflower and some squash, a little bit of everything there. It's hot. That is creamy, comforting, delicious. And thank you so much for joining me today. For the full recipe, scroll down to the links below and you'll find a link to go out to my website, growwithdrjoanette.com. And we'll see you next time on the Dr. Joanette channel for more healthy longevity recipes and tips, techniques for living a longer, healthier life. Lessons from someone who grew up in a blue zone.